Hello everyone. Yesterday I had a day off from work. I decided to go and check out some video spots that were mostly in Gino Anducci's part from Yeah Right. I wanted to do a thing on Long Island skate spots. Dragged out my friend Ray Knives, who I haven't seen him forever, so it was a good excuse to get him to hang out. And we drove around Long Island and filmed these spots and went hunting for them to see if they were still even there. Some were, some weren't, and made this video. Yeah, very girl, yeah, right heavy. There'll be some people in here, probably some people haven't known, but it is what it is. Pretty cool to see. Nice little run down memory lane. So here it is, our Long Island spot check of sorts from stuff that was in actual videos. All right, so here we are at the first spot, Gino Anducci. Yeah, right. This is crazy. This thing is like a huge piece of shit. So there's a bump over the sidewalk right here. So this is pretty huge. Main road. Here, I didn't know the bump was this big. This is like, let me see this. Huge bump. Shitty ground. I don't know how bad it was when he did it because that was probably 20 years ago. But yeah, sick. Here's spot number one, Gino Anducci. And like I said this in the live stream I did, but my friend Chris Corso, he backside flipped this. Pretty impressive, Chris. Yeah, Gino, backside heel flip, and yeah, right. Glen Cove, New York. All right, and we're off to the next one.
All right, I'm not sure, but can't remember, but I think it's around this building. I think this is it. No, I think this is it because I think I remember that writing on the building, that entrance, and this is like where all that stuff to skate was. The pyramid was here. I think the pyramid was around here somewhere.
Yeah,
this is like where all this stuff was.
What's throwing me off now is that there's no more stairs. The thing where Gino did the 180 switch manual.
Right.
There was stairs going down and it was over that. But unless we're on the wrong side, so it was coming here where these circles are, that was like the block 3, and then all around the old building was the banks.
Yeah, I remember those letters on the building, and that I feel like that's the entrance.
So I guess they filled in over there where the stairs were.
Yeah. I mean, look at this. I feel like this is where the banks were.
They were all around the side of the building.
Yeah, and this is like where the bike rack that Walter switch flipped was over here.
The setup though for the Gino manual was something similar to this but wider. But it was the same like gap over some stairway thing.
Yeah, someone ollied this when I was here, like probably the last time in like the late 90s. And we ended up running from security then too, but it was after someone I remember ollieing this.
And I remember the spots changed so much, but this was like our version on Long Island of like Embarcadero.
Yeah.
Where you had the block 3, and I remember there was like the bike rack off the ledge.
Yep.
This was like such a destination spot, and I remember it was like an hour train ride for us to get here. And this is it then. So they totally demolished everything here.
This is so crazy that
like not even a cent of it.
No, not at all.
So here we are pulling up to the Roslyn Banks at the train station. Nobody's skating. This is, I guess, the most iconic Long Island spot, I want to say. This is the one to put anything from Long Island on the map. I want to say Chocolate Tour was the premiere of all this. They've repaved this now. So people used to skate over here past this light post. I guess we'll go over here because this was where everybody skated. So, and they repaved this too since the Chocolate Tour time. So there used to be a dip over here. Still have the huge crack. And I guess that's gotten worse over time, but that was always like one of the issues with it. It's kind of what made it sick. You can see the lip at the end here. So if you came down over here, it was probably the best. I mean, that's like a 1/4 of an inch lip there. So you'd have to not only get into your trick finally, land and pop out over it, like you couldn't just roll it off. So this was where Chocolate Tour, all of that. They repaved it now, so you get some people who, you know, I guess Same shit, I don't know who notices, but they repaved over here, redid everything. So, way easier to skate. Less of a gap up here. Easy, you can roll off, no problem. Totally changed. Side note, Ross Norman a few years ago, I was talking to him and he's like, I want to go to Roslyn to film a trick. He wanted to do nollie frontside flip, switch nose manual. So we came here and he's like, where'd Gino do it? You know, and it's like, Gino did it over there and there was over here. So he's like, all right, I'm not fucking with this. And he went and handled it over there, which is insane coming down that. Take it all, take it easy till it's over. Switch nose manual and then popping out over that curb was pretty mind-blowing to see. You know, because everybody takes the easy way out. It's cool. I wouldn't touch, you know, I don't blame anybody for not skating that since they have this, but night and day.
Yeah, and then you could also skate the little gap now with the tree gap some people skate.
Yeah, there's a lot of other stuff. Like this place evolved too out of everybody coming here and just locally anyway. It was skated. There's so many other ways to skate it. And here, while we're here, you got Gino, nollie frontside flip switch manual, and then the switch backside 180 over this is just fucking crazy. That he had like the first documented stuff here that was in a video, and he shut it down before. This isn't small, man. Like this is switch backside 180. This at the end of that. Like I almost think he could have used this single if it was filmed properly. And also while we're here, this is where Gino, what did he? Heel flip it? Kick flip?
I see your sister in a Sunday dress.
Oh right, isn't that the Big Brother photo?
It was, yeah, he had a photo of it and it was in.
It was a Big Brother photo.
Yeah, right. But it was in, yeah, right. He had the black Reeboks on.
Oh, no,
but I
something
think
different.
he either kick flipped or heel flipped it. I should know this. But that was here, they redid the steps. These used to be metal. And there wasn't the lip on it like this and no rails. But he did that there. Yeah, dude, this is like the spot. People still come here. People skate up it now. The, what was it, 917 video? All those dudes were killing it here. Yeah, sickest lines here. It looks like it's like he's going so fast you can't even tell like the length of the spot and what he was skating. All the stickers. Which is
Shorty stickers.
Shorty sticker. Probably from when Shorty's like team was here one time or something. It's Zoomy, you know, all the brands that count. We got Zoomy.
Oh, we got official though. That's an old
Isn't
one.
that crazy? Yeah. Shout out Brian Chin, official. Roslyn Banks. This is a fucking legendary spot of Long Island. I'd say easily though. Right? This is the most well-known spot that we have here.
Yeah, I'd say so. Like that's
Yeah.
still running too.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. There you go.
Yeah.
Oh,
So-
I totally remember it being the opposite way. How's that for crazy?
Yeah, this is
Like I remember it flipped.
so let's see.
It's pretty funny.
All right, so this is a handrail. This was in Anthony Papalardo's photosynthesis part.
We just got lost for
We got
half an
crazy
hour
lost.
trying to find it.
Yeah. So this, you're saying the hill, dude. The hill's pretty crazy.
Yeah. I remember doing like tricks into the
Oh,
hill.
It was brick, and there's no handrail. But it was here. There was a rail. They redid. Imagine they redid the ground back when people were. Okay, so this would have been insane. So there was a rail here. This was all red brick, and this was the spot. And that's like the one trick. I think it was 180 switch crooks Anthony did down it. Yeah, this was like a shit show because that was the hardest part. I remember he couldn't land. We kept getting kicked out. That was pretty crazy. That was like my first time like being with a real filmer because he had RB. Todd Jordan was there, and I want to say it was Retta was there. I believe it was Retta. And taking photos, and there was like tons of film canisters up here because Anthony couldn't land it. And I remember me and my friends had to sit in the trees to not be in the background. We were over there. This is like some local things. So Chris Corso, frontside crooked grind, backside lip slide. Anthony Esposito's switch blunt slide down it. Dark. like that rail that was here followed suit with this. It's like lower than knee height if you go to get on this.
Yeah, that does.
And that was the rail in the middle. Yeah, I guess that's a good indicator of it. It wasn't like a good spot, but it was just that, I guess the angle of the rail and how low it was what made it desirable. But yeah, this is the rail. This is, not that anybody knows these people. First footage I saw was Brian Davis 50-50.
Yeah. Did Brian tail slide it too?
Brian tail slid it too, yeah. I'm pretty sure he did.
Yeah, I think he did.
He did that. I remember John Coppola, the local, best skater on Long Island. And I remember on his friend's board, because he never wanted to scratch up his boards. So he took his friend's board and he did 50-50 lip slide and no slide on it, like nothing. Which was crazy to see. Yeah, Costin had the cover, Hurricane. Zared Bassett did every trick in the universe down this. In that vicious cycle part.
Gino switch flip it?
Gino switch flip cover Big Brother.
Not much runway.
No, I guess.
I mean,
I guess it's an interesting one, but it's good ground. It's like super,
ground's good, but like
super perfect up to this.
it's like you got to put some oomph into the. If you're going straight at it, you got to put some oomph. But I guess you could carve in, but that's kind of tricky to like do one of these and carve around, or just come from here.
Why am I thinking somebody recently did something pretty insane on this?
Probably. People are that good now; they could come here and do it in a few minutes.
Yeah, this is. I mean, it's. I don't skate rails at all. I'd be petrified, but this does seem like the perfect rail.
Yeah. It's that kid Ross, right?
Ross, yeah, there was all these Long Island kids in that.
Ross Hammerschlag.
Yeah.
He destroyed it. Sasa skated it too.
Yeah, those two probably did every trick on it.
Yeah, I feel like they did like all kinds of stuff.
And this could be, like I said, security's right over there. So it could be 5 minutes, or you can have the whole day. It depends. Yeah. Pretty sick. So that's the Nassau rail. This is I guess this is the second biggest Long Island spot because it got a cover. Numerous covers, 2 covers.
True.
Gino and Costin. Second most popular or biggest Long Island spot. It's coming up this next. It's it right here. NYS. So this is in one of the old H Street videos. Was it Next Generation? That 3-stair dude from Long Island. Did you see it?
Yeah.
So a dude from Long Island, Adam Steinhauser, I guess, tried to get on H Street or whatever and send footage, and they used it in the credits. He did some kind of late bounce flip type thing, and that was back there. So I think this is another one. I think it was, pretty sure it was, right. Gino Anducci, nollie backside 180. The rail wasn't here, or it was different. This is definitely different, this ground. So I don't know how much of it they changed. I have to look, but yeah, off the loading dock, nollie backside 180. I think he had gloves on.
Yeah. Shit ground.
Yeah.
As usual.
This is Hicksville, New York, home of Frank Gerwer. So random, like looking for spots one day and saw this, like holy shit, that's the Gino Gap.
And it's funny because I definitely drove back here before, and I never stopped to skate it. But I know I've driven in here before.
But yeah, and his buddy had a tattoo shop in Hicksville.
Yeah, Brad.
So he was over here, so he's probably hanging out, and they're probably just driving around.
Well, yeah, he actually had the shop in the basement.
Yeah, he had
that was one of his first poets was in the basement of that tattoo shop.
Yeah, across the street from my job, which was I wish it was still there. So yeah, this is it. I don't know of anybody else who did anything else here. Maybe somebody local did or something. I don't know, but nollie backside 180, pretty cool trick. It's like do
blindside.
Yeah. Maybe this will get a resurgence now. Okay, so this building here, they redid the whole thing, but that was where Gino did the switch pop shove it, switch manual. So yeah, they redid the whole front of that building. He's the only person who ever did anything there. There's a parking block, so he didn't just skate it as like a manual, he skated as like a gap over the parking block. Pretty sick. Plainview, I want to say this is the Plainview post office. I'll make a U-turn in here and get kicked checked out. Pretty sick. I remember some locals cut the rails. They were doing tricks over the ledge into the bank at one time. But yeah, really sick. But Gino's like the one. I remember that was like a photo. There was some sort of, I want to say it was a chocolate ad. I could be wrong.
I feel like it was an ad.
It was an ad. Like kickflip pivot to fakie. Maybe that was here, and then at JFK he did something else there. Like it was a similar setup.
Yeah, maybe.
Something. So another Gino Anducci Long Island spot. It's blocked off before. This is insane. They don't want anybody doing any more double flips here.
Sounds like Mike Carroll shut the spot down.
Yeah, that was it. Shut down. But all right, we made it. So here we are. The last spot we're gonna hit up. This is in Huntington, New York. Actually, I think this is Huntington Station right now. So you have this like cellar door wet green. This is pretty crazy, man. Because you got the bump up there. Look at this coming up. So you have to gum up the bump, set up, and then skate this way. And then pop into that. Dave Cato did something here. Jerry Mraz. And then there's another one in the front. And this place, so this has been around forever. It changed owners. Like this place is like gone in business, out of business. So there was times it was totally closed down. You could skate it whenever. Now I think it's just non-working hours. Grind up and then go down like on this. There's the way people skated it. Slide up and then come in. It was pretty crazy, pretty unique looking spot. Super shitty.
Yeah, spot sucks.
Yeah, I think that's gonna do it for the Long Island video spots. There's a couple Coolio spots that we didn't get to, but he'd probably be pissed if we told everybody where they are. So he's probably skated this too.